welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name's Jen. Today is going to be a very caffeinated vlog because if you know me at all, you know that I love coffee. And I am of the belief that coffee should be an experience. It should be an event. It should be a vibe. So today I'm going to make my 3 favorite at-home coffee recipes, 2 of which are ones that I've had other places that I decided to recreate at home, which have now sort of become a part of my daily arsenal. We're going to talk through my favorite syrups and my favorite cups, and just we're going to have a lot of coffee today. So it's going to be fun. Like I said, I do feel like your coffee should be an experience, and I think the experience starts with the cups you decide to use. And so I have my 3 favorite iced coffee cups here, and I also have my 3 favorite mugs. Even though I'm not, even though I'm not crazy about hot coffee all the time, sometimes life just calls for it. So my first one here is this Mickey head pink one. I got it at the parks. I think it's really cute, and it's pink, which is one of my favorite colors. I also have this cake castle one. I think the 25th anniversary cake castle. It's so cute. When I saw this one, it had to come home with me. Love this mug. It gets a lot of good use. It's really big. It's really cute. Makes me feel cozy. And I just love it so much. And then my absolute favorite Disney character is Tinkerbell. And so this cup was a must-have for me. This I got like years ago, maybe like 10 or so ago. It's cute. It's Tinkerbell. The back says mornings aren't magical, because a lot of the time they aren't. So I just really like this mug a whole lot. Funny story about this one. I saw it at the park and thought, I'll get it next time. And then the next time I went, it wasn't available anymore. So Mike went online and found it. Maybe it was eBay, I don't know, but for way more than it was at the park. And I just like, it was just a couple of years into our relationship, and I was like, you know what, a man after my heart. So very, very special mug to me in a lot of ways. Now, iced coffee is my life. So my 3 favorite glasses, much like every other girl, I'm obsessed with the Icon glasses and all things cherry. So I love this one. Got that one at Marshall's. And I also love this one. I actually went to World Market in another one of my vlogs and picked this one up. So love the Icon glasses. And then I don't think you could go wrong with iced coffee in a mason jar. So those are my 3 favorite glasses for iced coffee. And actually the 3 glasses I'm going to use for my coffees today. So give me one quick second. I'm going to sort of get my materials together, and we're going to start making coffees. So as far as my favorite, I guess, sort of add-in / milk / syrup. As far as my favorite things for my coffee go, I'm a very simple girl, and once I find a thing that I like, it's kind of all I want to use. So my most used creamer is going to have to be the Chobani sweet cream. I use it for cold foam. I use it to sweeten up an otherwise not so sweet coffee. Really good. You can't go wrong with this one. I swear by it. I will recommend it to everybody. It is delicious. Then as far as my milk goes, I have tried almond, I have tried oat, and you can't, they're okay. You can't go wrong with them, but the tried and true one for me is going to have to be the Fairlife 2%. It's the best. One of the recipes I'm going to be making calls for half and half. Still subbed it for this, so this is my tried and true, the only milk I'll use for literally any latte. So Fairlife. Another thing that gets a lot of use in my coffee, cinnamon. I am a cinnamon girl through and through. It goes in the coffee, it goes on the coffee, it goes on the whipped cream, it goes on the cold foam. I love cinnamon. So this is one thing that I always have, and if I don't, I'm running out to get it. So there's that. And then also brown sugar, because my favorite latte for, I'm gonna say the month of April, was probably a Teddy Graham latte, and so I got a lot of use out of my brown sugar. Now, as far as what I'm making today, I'm going to be making a Teddy Graham latte because, like I said, it's been my favorite for a little while now. I'm going to make oh yeah, duh. I'm going to be recreating the Dutch Bros Golden Eagle because I'm obsessed with it and I don't have a Dutch Bros nearby. So I'm gonna have to make that here, and I think I've perfected it at home. So I'm gonna show you guys that one. And then my most recent favorite is the berry chantilly latte from Whole Foods. And so we're gonna go through all three of those, and then Mike will be back in a little bit, so I won't be drinking them on my own. But I'll make all three of them and just kind of show you guys my process. So I think I'm gonna start with the Teddy Graham latte because that one's probably the most, it takes the least amount of work, I think, for me anyway. So I'll start with that one, and then we'll make the Dutch Bros one, and then we'll cap this part off with the berry chantilly. So for my Teddy Graham latte, I think I am going to use my mason jar because in my mind, the Teddy Graham latte belongs in the mason jar. So we're gonna make it in this one. And for this recipe of mine, well, it's not my recipe, but for this recipe, it is brown sugar, honey, cinnamon, a lot of ice, which I haven't gotten yet, of course, because I haven't started, and then about a half a cup of milk, and for me, a splish splash of sweet cream, because again, it just kind of like that little bit of extra. So let's go ahead and get started with this one. I have the little cup that I'm going to pull the shot with. I use half a tablespoon of brown sugar, and I eyeball the honey, whatever feels right. That sounds good. And then enough cinnamon to where I'm probably gonna sneeze, but it's fine. I love cinnamon. And then I'm gonna go get my shot. I wish you could smell that. Like, it smells so good. I like to go ahead and mix all of that up. And while the shot was being pulled, I went ahead and filled my mason jar up with ice. So important. Like, the ice is the kicker. And so I did that, and I said about a half a cup of milk, but really I kind of eyeball it at this point, like I don't even bother to measure. So that looks about right. And then a little splish splash of the sweet cream, and then try not to make a mess, and I made a mess, I always do, of the espresso. Be right back. Ooh. That literally always happens. It's fantastic. Now that I've cleaned up, that is my Teddy Graham latte. A moment that you gotta make that one. So my Teddy Graham latte. So my next drink is going to be Dutch Bros Golden Eagle, the way I make it at home. And I think for that one, we're gonna use my cherry icon glass. So for that one, it is equal parts vanilla syrup and equal parts caramel syrup. And they use half and half over there, but half and half is a bit much for me, so I'm going to use my Fairlife instead. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of the vanilla and a tablespoon of the caramel. Go pull my shots of espresso. Be right back. And I grabbed another stir, and I just like to make sure all those things are stirred together. While that was pulling, I got a ton of ice, so about a half a cup again of milk. And then, not a whole lot, but again, just a splash. Add some caramel drizzle to the top for some razzle dazzle. Let's go ahead and take a drink. That's done. So we have 2 drinks down and 1 to go. Now, like I said, this third drink is a new addition to my lineup. I tried it 2 weeks ago and it has become one of my favorites. I did a little bit of digging and I saw that they use, I believe it's 1883 syrup, but it is almond and it is strawberry. So I ran to World Market, like I'll show you right here. And I picked up the sort of, similar alternative. So I got an almond from Tarani as well as a strawberry, and I found it tasted pretty similar. So not unhappy with that swap. I did want to test it out before this video because I didn't want to be like, yeah, try it, and it's absolutely disgusting. So I did try it. It's a good alternative. So for this drink, I have a new receptacle for my espresso shots. This drink, we're gonna do equal parts almond syrup and so that's 1 tablespoon, and 1 tablespoon of the strawberry. Now the almond one it smells really strong. It's not a bad smell per se, but like it definitely hits you. So 1 tablespoon each of strawberry and almond, and then we're gonna go get our shots. So of course, as I was getting my shots of espresso, I got a lot of ice. For this drink, I'm using my Daisy Icon cup. So I've got that. Now we're gonna go ahead and mix that up. It smells really good, you guys. Again, half a cup of milk because that's pretty standard. That looks about right. And then pour that right on over it. Now, this drink was actually, I found out while I was doing some digging about it, is actually based off of a cake. So what is a cake without icing? Which is where some cold foam is gonna kick in. So move that aside. For my cold foam, I kind of just eyeball, the sweet cream. That, a little more, yeah. That should work. And then I use my trusty frother. The one that came with my Nespresso decided to RIP on me, but I do have a handheld, so go ahead and do that. Turn it over. Oh my gosh. Yep. Isn't she pretty? So this will be the one I drink. This is my latte for the day. Mike will come back and I'll see which one he wants, but I did make 3 drinks all at once. So now that my drinks are done, I've been shopping for a new machine. Well, not so much shopping as I've been like researching, because like my Nespresso and I have been rocking out for the last like 2 and some years, and I've gotten a lot of really good use out of it. But I'm thinking I definitely want to like step up my coffee game and start to like actually use grounds and like pull my own shots and everything. So I did want to go to Best Buy, but before I do that, and maybe that'll come like during the weekend at some point, but I do want to like do some research as far as like the best machines go. It'll probably be a Breville, because from what I've seen so far, those are like really good ones. But again, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money because I'm not an expert yet, but I do want to, you know, dip my toe into that water, see what I can pull off. Those are my 3 favorite coffees, and I hope you guys try them too. I couldn't recommend them enough. I can't recommend them enough, and thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go get my caffeine buzz on, and I'll see you guys next week.